About 4 months ago, I decided to move to the other side of the globe for college. And sadly, with that, I had to say goodbye to my beloved gaming laptop, which I had since 2020. When I just got here to New Mexico for my college, I did not have a phone that worked or a laptop. And in a rush, I had to make a quick decision. So I bought a $700 work laptop. Speaking from experience, I kind of knew that I did not want to buy a gaming laptop, and that's why I was not looking to spend so much money. And gaming laptops are essentially bad PCs because they rely heavily on bypass charging and they can't do what they're supposed to unless they are plugged into a wall. And the fans are super loud, and if the casing is not optimal, it's going to wear itself out by overheating often. The Lenovo V-15. I have been using it every day since, and let's just say I feel like I got scammed. 4 months ago, when I was taking this laptop out of its box, I did not know I was going to make a review video, so I did not record the unboxing. But let's hop on to the next best thing, the build quality. It's pretty solid for a plastic casing, the thermals are good, the hinges are solid, they barely ever creak, and the touchpad and keyboard are decent. However, you can see that my touchpad is slightly dented in the right, and I think it just got damaged during delivery or something. And the keyboard is pretty good as well for a plastic body. The first thing, however, that I noticed about this laptop was its display. I knew I was kind of compromising by buying only a 1080p resolution monitor or display that came with the laptop, and what I did not know was that it was going to be a cheap TN panel, which means it shifted colors when you looked at the screen from different angles. It also makes the laptop almost unusable outdoors or even under suboptimal lighting indoors. I'm not tech savvy enough to know what each and every single one of these ports is called, but all I know is it has two USB-A ports and one USB-C port. I don't know what all those other ports are called. Let's move on to the specs. As I said before, the laptop comes with the 13th gen Intel i7 and it is pretty good for work. I mean, I don't think you need any more than that to run Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. It comes with 16 GBs of installed RAM, which is pretty much the bare minimum for what you need for modern apps, and it comes with a 512 GB PCIe. This laptop does not come with a dedicated GPU because it is a work laptop and not a gaming laptop, and this makes it pretty incompatible with rendering heavy softwares like DaVinci Resolve, which is what I would usually use on my other laptop for video editing. I did not know that I necessarily needed a dedicated GPU for video editing, and so I did not consider it. If I had known better, I would have definitely spent just a little more to get a dedicated GPU. That all said, the performance is pretty good. It can run videos at max resolution without lagging. It can stay up for 10 days without being shut down and still not lag. And most importantly, it can run Minecraft. Even though it requires Fabric and other optimization mods so that the game processes a little quicker, I don't think it is too bad for a work laptop to run a pretty heavy game that decently. This is a clip of me running around in my Minecraft world in my villager living quarters, and I have cranked up the render distance to the max that it can, and I think it's holding up pretty well. This is me looking at all the terrain, all the world generation at max render distance, and I think it held up pretty well considering this isn't even Fabric, it is Optifine. Back to the video. It does not die without charging. I can still do the stuff that it is meant for about 5 to 6 hours, and the fans don't make any noise. I was so happy with this because I used to have a gaming laptop before and it just kept flying off the desk. That's obviously a joke. It did not really, but it was really noisy, and it was basically a vacuum cleaner that I kept on my desk. I think I mentioned this before as well. The thermals are pretty good, and considering that this is a plastic casing, it's really, really impressive. So, summary, the display is very bad, honestly. There is no dedicated GPU, which kind of limits its functionality, but for a work laptop, it has amazing performance and amazing speed. So, I actually did check the current market value, and it is $500, and which was about my estimate for what I would pay for something that was only this good. So maybe I got scammed, but hopefully after watching this you don't. So yeah, that's all I had for today. Bye bye.